Sadhguru Namaskaram. How to conduct oneself when, when you have a very exploitative spouse,
You're talking about how to conduct him or yourself?
myself.
No, actually you want to know how to fix him, right?
No, Sadhguru.
So, this is very important. I'm particularly talking to you. Please sit down. It's very important that we are straight with life, you understand? What you want is your husband fixed, but because you're sitting in front of me, you're saying, Sadhguru, how do I fix myself to fit into this exploitation? Which is not the truth. You want to know how to fix the man. Yes or no? Please tell me, all the ladies. If you perceive him, we don't know what he is, we're not talking about your husband. I do not know what he is, but if you perceive him as exploitative, obviously you want to fix him, isn't it? If you perceive yourself as a problematic wife, then maybe some thought about maybe I want to fix myself will come up. When you perceive somebody as exploitative, the intention is to fix them, isn't it? But we don't want to be straight about that, because the culture doesn't tell you, the culture tells you fixing your husband is not a good thing. You must fix yourself. So, if you get a headache, go for a foot surgery. Then the foot will be aching more than the head. Kind of fixed. At least your attention is gone. So it's time. If we are concerned about life, it's time that we are 100% straight, at least with ourselves. Maybe in the world we don't know what profession you have, what situations you have, we don't know how straight you can be. I will not interfere with that, but at least with yourself, you must be 100% straight, very important. Otherwise, neither yourself nor your life situations will ever get fixed, simply complaining and going on. Life will be a lifelong complaint for a whole lot of people because they don't want to address it, they want to beat around it. So, husband fixing program we must do. No, we fixed a whole lot of them because they became meditative and suddenly their exploitative nature went away because now they're busy with something else. So I don't want to get into a personal situation right now here, but you must bring meditativeness into you and into your family. This is something we have to invest into life now. If you are not able to fix your husband, at least you must have a wish that the next generation of husbands are not exploitative. If you're interested in that, you must make sure your little boy that you have right now, you must fix him now with some meditation. Yes? Meditation is not about fixing him against something. It is just that meditativeness means to become in such a way that you are not the source of the problem. Wherever you are a solution, you are not a problem. If you become a solution, everybody will want you wherever you are, isn't it? Whether it's your workplace, your family, on the street, wherever, whoever seems like a solution, that person everybody wants, yes or no? Either you're a problem or you're one who complains about problems, nobody wants to see your face. You must know this. But if you're a solution, Everybody wants you, everywhere, including your husband. He will desperately want you if you are a solution to his life. Yes? So, it's important, not just you as a person, I'm saying everybody. It's important we understand. We need to understand. If we don't make this piece of life a pleasant piece of life, first of all, this is a fundamental thing. If you do this, after that you decide whether you need marriage, you don't need marriage, you need children, you don't need children, all these things you decide later. When this is miserable, you have no business to multiply it. Yes or no? Misery, I can't get along with my husband, I can't get along with my wife, already children coming, why? If you cannot get along, how is this happening? Because we have chosen to live unconsciously. I'm not saying live this way or that way. Whatever the hell you do it by choice and consciously, that's all. Knowing the full implications of what it means. Yes? That much responsibility everybody must take, isn't it? If you do not bring into this, you will be a lifelong complaint. I will not tell you how to deal with your marriage. You bring this much into your life. Before marriage, no Sadhguru, I didn't want, but my parents, I got married. After marriage, I don't want to live in this marriage, but my children, After the children have grown up, but I have to wait for my grandchildren. See, you have made yourself in such a way that you are a result of an unconscious process. You are not a result of a conscious process. When you are a result of an unconscious process, you are bound to be a miserable accident. Yes, it's time every human being takes responsibility to at least change this much. Then we can talk about big things, reaching the peak of your consciousness, mukti, moksha. Don't utter these words cheaply. Don't utter these words. First fix the fundamentals. The fundamentals are just this: whatever the hell you are right now, it's yours. Either you must have the courage to change it, or you must learn to settle into it. Yes? Yes or no? Either you must have the courage to change it, or you must learn to settle into it. One of these things you must do. Simply endless complaint for the rest of your life is no good. It is just that we must understand, if we are in a certain state, everything feels like it's against us. You fix this, after that you decide which way your life should be. You stay there, there's a consequence, you get out, there's a consequence. Everything there is a consequence. But at least let it be a conscious consequence, instead of being a helpless, unconscious state of existence. If I have 3:40, I just come awake, because some changes happen in the nature at that time. My body just comes awake. If I want, I can get up and do what I want. If I don't want, I can sleep some more, but it always comes awake. So you have to bring some sensitivity into the system that, see, you are a product of this planet, yes or no? Whatever nonsense individuals may think about themselves, we are all just a pop-up from this planet. You've seen those pop-ups on the computer screen? Pop, pop, yes? You're just a pop-up, you'll be gone. You can't believe you will be gone. Ah, me? I will be gone? Yes, all the very smart people, countless number of people who walked this planet before and you and me, where the hell are they, huh? Not a sign. All became topsoil, isn't it so? Weren't they pop-ups? Aren't you a pop-up? Poop, poop. You may think you have a great life and this and that. As far as the earth is concerned, it's just recycling its soil. Yes, throws you up and draws you back, throws you up and draws you back. So in this little pop-up, the important thing and the most important thing is, you create sensitivity within you, such sensitivity that every dimension of life comes into your experience. Before you fall dead, is it not important you experience this life in this fullest possible scale? Yes or no? Experience means people think we must party every day. No, same damn thing how many times you will do. There is much more for the human life to explore. You must become sensitive. When I say sensitive, because the word sensitive is used in a wrong way, in the sense, when people say, oh, she's very sensitive, we are supposed to understand, she will get hurt for just about anything. Yes? No, being sensitive to life and being ego-sensitive are two different things. Being sensitive to life means if you walk into this hall, you experience everything that's here, you don't miss a thing. If you walk outside, you don't miss a thing. Every dimension of life should come into your experience. This happened. Shankaran Pillai bought a what? He bought a work donkey. And the man who was selling the donkey said, see, this is a very sensitive donkey. You cannot beat this donkey. You cannot use bad words, you cannot abuse this donkey. Shankaran Pillai said, that's great. Every day I'm tired of beating these donkeys and abusing. Every day I have to use filthy words to get these donkeys moving. I like a sensitive donkey, and he paid little extra bonus for the sensitivity of the donkey and took it home. He left it in the barn, and tomorrow morning he has to go to work. He went there and told the donkey, please, let's go. No response. He said, please, let us go. Nothing. He went down on his knees and prayed. Nothing. You're not supposed to abuse it, you're not supposed to beat it. Not knowing what to do, he went back to the man who sold the donkey. See, I requested, I pleaded, I prayed. He's not responding, what am I supposed to do? That man said, is that so? Let me see. And he came. He picked up a thick stick like this. One whack on the head. And then he threw the stick and said, come. The donkey followed. Shankaran Pillai got furious, you idiot, you said it's a sensitive donkey, and the way you hit this animal, I've never hit an animal like this in my life. He said, no, he's very sensitive, first you have to get his attention. So, developing sensitivity means, if you simply close your eyes, you must know what phase of moon it is right now, because all this is playing in your body. Every day it is playing in your system. Do you see if it's a full moon or a new moon, the entire ocean is coming up? The tides, isn't it? You ever been to the ocean side or you don't? You do? There are tides? Yes. The whole ocean is trying to rise. 72% of your body is water. You think nothing is rising? It is. For every position of the sun, moon and many things that are happening to the planet, they're happening to you. You must become life-sensitive. Then you will know how to manage every aspect of your life. Don't become ego-sensitive, don't become society-sensitive, life-sensitive if you become. What's happening with this life if you know this one thing all the time? You will see, you got your GPS on. There's really no problem, you will never get lost. It doesn't matter who says what kind of situations you're put into, you are never ever lost because you're life-sensitive. This is all this life needs, that this has to become life-sensitive. Right now, we have developed a psychological structure which has got nothing to do with life, it's got something to do with the social scene, got nothing to do with the life. Thank you very much. I think people… Are we okay? Because people are looking at watches, so I thought I've exceeded my time.
That was the last question we were taking. If you have any other questions, you can put it up on social media. Sadhguru, we would like to thank you so much for gracing us with your presence today. We would like to thank…
Well, I would like to say a few words. All of you young girls or women or however we refer to you, you look like girls to me. That may be because of my… See, I want you to understand, everywhere in the world, but particularly in our country, so many young women of your age in rural India, in various other levels of society, what all they're going through in terms of lack of nourishment, lack of education, abuse, all kinds of terrible things, no opportunity of any kind. All of you have come into a premier institution like this. Make this a possibility, don't get tangled up with your own thoughts, emotions and make a misery out of this life. You must become a great possibility for yourself and every other life around you. Beyond gender, beyond race and religion, even beyond nationality, just function as a human being. This education should become an empowerment to empower you to become a great human being, because without producing great human beings, we are not going to produce a great nation. May the best be with you. Thank you very much. Okay. We camped at Mettur Dam and also the KRS Dam in Mysore. That is a part of the country that's very familiar to me, and I've spent a lot of time as a child and a youth along the Cauvery there. The dam is to the brim, actually overflowing. KRS Dam is 124 feet, 8 inches and overflowing. Whenever breeze blows, it is overflowing over the dam. 1 lakh cusecs were being let out, initially 3 lakh cusecs and then 1 lakh cusecs were being let out on a daily basis, but in spite of that it was overflowing. So was Mettur Dam, 120 feet full. So I asked the local guy who was living there next to the dam, I asked him, how many days did it fill up? He said, 4 days. I said, this is not good. If it rains heavily in Coorg, it would always take anywhere between 20 to 30 days to fill up. That's a good thing. But now it's filling up in 4 days. So, for the first time, in 50 years, for the first time I'm seeing that the KRS Dam is brown in color, full but brown in color. This means the soil of the mountains is coming to Mysore city, which is not a good thing. Cauvery should come walking, but she's running, this is the problem. We need to understand, the same amount of rain is coming in the last 100 years, the average is same. Our only problem is we are not able to sequester the water that comes down in the form of rain, we are not able to put it into the soil, mainly because there is no organic content and there's not enough trees and vegetation. If we plant these 242 crore trees, we can sequester anywhere between 9 to 12 trillion liters of water. To give you a perspective of what is 12 trillion, the entire flow of Cauvery right now is 21.2 trillion liters. So 12 trillion liters extra if it goes into the land, the rivers, all the 120 rivers will flow, your lakes will be full, your wells will be full, above all, soil will be damp most of the year, and that is what is needed. For the state and the nation, if you want a solution, the maximum landowner on the planet is the farmer still. It is he who has to go for it. Why will he go for it? You want him to save the world? You want him to save Cauvery? You want him to save the nation? No. He is right now struggling for his livelihood. Now the only way it will work is that it must be an economic plan for him. This is what I've been looking at for over 25 years. Now we know 100%. This is not an experiment on the farmer. We know 100%. His life will change dramatically. Right now, if you ask any farmer, you can do a survey and see if you want. Not even 2% of the farmers want their children to become farmers. So in another 25 years when this generation passes, how do you think you're going to grow food? The most significant achievement in the country is, without any technology, without any modern science, just with traditional wisdom, our farmer is growing food for 1.4 billion people. This is not a small thing. This is the greatest achievement for this nation. But unfortunately, their condition right now is very, very bad. Everybody knows about the suicides and the stuff. This is a game changer for the farmer, for the soil and water, and for everybody. If 33% of farmers or 33% of the land goes into agroforestry, we have calculated by 8th year, the government will be earning 29,000 crores of GST. So, it is wonderful for the farmer, it is wonderful for the governments, and the governments are responding very responsibly. The farmer is very enthusiastic. Now, the civil society, it's our business to see somehow we grow healthy saplings for the farmer. 242 crores is a lot of saplings. There is no one department in the government, there's no one private agency or a commercial force which can grow this kind of number. And another problem is to grow quality saplings. When I say quality saplings, right now we have 35 nurseries happening in Tamil Nadu. These 35 nurseries, we take 9 to 15 months to grow a sapling for transplantation. Many commercial nurseries are growing the same sapling in 3 to 5 months because they use a lot of urea and grow it, we're growing it organically. What is the difference? The difference is just this: when transplantation happens, the survival rate is over 95%. And in that, the survival rate is around 40%. And recently, the Agricultural University of Tamil Nadu, TNAU in Coimbatore, which is a premier institution in the country, invited 40 different sapling producers in the state. The Isha nurseries also went. And of the 40 samples that came, all the 39 of them had nematode deposits on their roots. The only one without nematode deposits was from our nurseries. This is very important because when you shift the farmer into tree farming, suppose you give him bad saplings which will not produce the result that we are promising him, then you are pushing him further into a horrible situation, another corner. So this is extremely important. This is why this 42 rupee campaign is going on. This will need a minimum of 12-year commitment. Are you with me? Ho, ho, ho! The year is coming to a close. And what have you done this year? One more year gone, are you still alive? And what are you alive to? What are you dead to? When was the last time you saw a full moon or a sunrise? When was the last time you gazed at a mountain or the ocean? Or you looked at a butterfly fly? When was the last time you saw a flower blossom or kicked a ball? When was the last time you smiled at yourself? When was the last time you looked back and could laugh at yourself? For the last few days of the year and the years to come, get into the act and make it happen for yourself. Come alive.